Hi guys, welcome to Computer Networking Tutorial Series, and today we are going to discuss about OSI model. This is a part 1 of OSI model tutorial in Computer Networking Tutorial Series. So guys, what does OSI model means? OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. So a little history about OSI model, that in 1970s there were different manufacturers of computers and a computer networking, and they all were using their own protocols to communicate between two devices. But the problem was that a system was developed by IBM. It could not communicate with the system developed by Macintosh because there were no standard protocols available, and there were no standards available to communicate between different computers by different manufacturers. So all the manufacturers decide to develop a common set of standards for communication. So they came up with the idea of OSI, or OSI stands for Open System Interconnection, and OSI model is conceptual model. So it's not a physical model, but it is a conceptual model which explains how two computers or two or more devices or two or more nodes on a computer network communicate with each other and how does a communication system works. So this conceptual model divides the similar communication functions into the 7 logical layers, and now we will discuss about those logical layers. So as I told you that OSI model have 7 logical layers, and those layers are number 1, or you can say number 7. I'll tell you why do I say it number 7, because we define it this way. Number 1, the application layer, and this layer directly communicates with the users via the different applications. For example, your internet browser, lots of words. Different application which is used to communicate are examples of the applications, and these applications, they communicate with the application layers. And under application layer we have got another layer which is called presentation layer. The main purpose of the presentation layer is to convert the data from a machinable format into the communicable format or applicationable format. That's why it is called presentation layer. And under the presentation layer we have got layer called session layer. Main purpose of the session layer is to establish a secure connection, or to establish a establishment and terminate the connection between two nodes on the network. And we will be discussing out this layer in detail in the next section. And on the session layer you have got another layer which is facilitates the session layer, and that layer is called transport layer. And the main purpose of a transport layer is to reliably sending of the data packets between nodes. So its main purpose is to send data packets between two nodes. So it converts the data into packets, and its main purpose is to send them reliably to another node. And under the transport layer we have got a layer called network layer. I would like to tell you one thing, friends, that TCP, the transmission control protocol, works roughly on transport layer, and IP protocol works roughly on network layer. And the main purpose of the network layer is to provide the means of transferring valuable length of data, all which called telegraph. So it provides a means to transfer the data, and under the network layer we have got data link layer. And as the name suggests, the main purpose of the data link layer is to provide reliable link between two nodes and the network. And on the bottom we have got a physical layer which deals in bits. It deals with the electric and physical specification of the data connections. So we have got a physical layer at the bottom, or on a number 1 we have got physical layer, then we have got a data link layer, then we have got network layer, then we have got transport layer. On top of transport we have got a session layer. On top of session layer we have got presentation layer, and on the top we have got application layer which communicates with our application and indirectly entire team. So application layer is communicating with us, and presentation layer is communicating with application layer. Session layer communicates with presentation layer, and so on. So how do we remember which layer comes on the top and which on the bottom. So there's an easy way to remember it, and that is to remember a sentence. For example, we can say that all people should take new daily pill. Now you can make your own sentence to remember it. Now A, it stands for application layer, P stands for presentation layer, S stands for session layer, and this is the most easiest way to remember. T stands for transport layer, N stands for network layer, D stands for data layer, and P stands for the physical layer. So this is so easy way to remember which layer comes first. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 and number 7.